What up, vapors? Got something nice for you guys tonight. But before we get vaping, this review is sponsored by Absolute Vanilla and Coke Zero, the official drink of White Girl Wasted across America. So I bring you the treasures, one of the newer treasures from Aspire. Actually, nice mod, nice finish. But first, we got to do, unfortunately, we always got to do what the fuck is in the box. So, you have your box. Tells you the colors you're going to get also. You get black, white, rose gold, gray, blue, lavender, and pink. So, there's a fucking color for every palette. So inside the box. Oh, I didn't even do this yet. The Aspire Scratch You Win. You win the Aspire Lottery. We'll scratch out later, see if we won anything. They give you the all-important warranty card. The all-important user manual. Which after these videos you can use as toilet paper. So what do you get? These I'm going to show you what they are. These are extra rings for your tank. But we're not taking the tank out because I'll show you why. It's like a traffic jam inside there. It's firmware upgradable. So they give you a very nice flat USB cable. It's long too. It looks like it's probably a 3-foot cable. This is your coil tool. Show you that in a second. We're gonna need that one. I want to go over the coils first before we dive into the specifics of this mod. And they give you an extra tip if you want. They give you. I like the Delrin style plastic tip they give you. And this is the second coil, and I'll show you what's up with that in a minute. So what they give you inside the box, that's what you're going to be a pre-installed sub-ohm head, is a 0.4 Canthal. It goes 40 to 50 watts. Then we're going to blur. It's blur time. Oh, hold on. It is blur time. So that's your guts. It's a Plato-esque design, I guess you would call it. And the one thing I didn't realize when I bought it that they give you a 2500 milliamp hour battery. I think it's 20 amps. They gave that to you in the box. So that's one less thing you have to buy. So that's your inside there is your coil. See, now if you wanted to get that guy out, you take this little tool here, this little wedge, you would stick it. Oh, hold on, I got too much shit in my fucking hands, guys. Take it easy. So you just take that and you twist it right the fuck out. If you want to, left, right, you guys can see it in there. It's got a little channel. You could I've done it with the screwdriver. You could just twist it. You're not going to get it super tight. What you want to do is there's a little orange ring down there. You just basically want to make that disappear, which will mean that it's just a slightly below flush mount. So if you wanted to fill this guy, I did have I'm rubbing it because I did have a leaky first coil. It fucking pissed everywhere. So it's like $360, $375 for a new coil. I bought a new coil because I contacted Aspire and their solution was, oh, your mod's leaking, just send it in and we'll take a look at it and send it back to you. I'm like, that's really not an acceptable thing. You know, then if you're a broke vapor and this is all you got, then you're on a mod for like 2 weeks so they get it back to you? Bullshit. So, back to the mod. So what you have here is, we'll go blur one more time. Alright. I don't know if this video is going to go long or short. Not decided yet. So you can see inside the coil you have your channels. Now if you'll notice, the juice goes all the way down here. However, there's a nice about almost a ½ inch gap between where the wick stops and where the juice is. So there's going to be a lot left in the coil. So it's kind of like a bummer. You're going to have to, it just means you're going to have to refill a little more. So if this is your everyday device, I don't know if it's going to get annoying for you guys. But you're going to fill up, see this up here? This little guy, that's your fill right there. You can just turn it over like this, fill away, so you don't spill it, shut it. Watch out with fatter tipped juice. juice bottles, it sometimes gets a little airlogged, and it'll, you don't want to squeeze it in too fast. You get a nice saw. And down here, which we're not pulling out, is your drain plug. So if you want to take this out, drain it, undo your coil. Because if you decided to say, hey, I want to take my coil out, and you start cranking on it, you're going to fucking spill juice everywhere. It's going to come right out of your airflow. That's your airflow. That's hand twistable. So you can see you can twist it closed, open. I like it. I've been liking this thing pretty much wide open. So, I mean, it's not as complicated as it looks. It's pretty simple. It's just, you know what it comes down to. It's different. So, now, another cool feature on it is, now hold on, we got to go blur one more time. Then I promise you, there shouldn't be any more blur. See that? Oh, can you? Hold on, I might need one less blur. Hold on. Come on, you piece of crap. Oh, whatever, you see that? 40 watts. You flip it. Has like a gyroscope, like that rotator thing in there. Forget what they call it. The auto rotate screen. Something like that. Something like that. So, now, you have on your cover, nice metal cover. They do give you a juice window. But I don't trust that. I end up pulling the thing off and on. But you can basically see when that's, pretty much done. So, you can see that. But, it is what it is. They're trying to make a compact system, an all-in-one portable device, which they did a good job at. We'll get to how it vapes at the end. Now I got to show you how to go through your modes. You want to go through a mode? Not that difficult. Hold on. We got to blur. Shit. Hold on. Really? Alright. I guess because of the screen, it doesn't want to play nice. But you can see right there, you got your readings, you got your volts, you got your ohms, and you got your wattage. So now, I want to change to temperature control. Oh, you got to hit that like right at the same time. There you go. So you have your wattage and temperature control. So now I do wattage. If you want to do bypass, I keep hitting the fucking button. This thing should be a dick. But we're getting out of bypass mode, that's for goddamn sure. So you can see here, you know what? Let me, a little less blur. You can see you got temperature control. So if you want to go into temp control, hit those two right in the middle. Now, you want nickel or titanium? Say we wanted titanium. Now, Celsius or Fahrenheit? We're Americans, we're doing Fahrenheit. Because fuck the rest of the world and let them get stuck with Celsius. Okay, now, is it room temperature? Yes, it is. I have not vaped it. Confirm. Yes. So now, you're in temperature control mode. What this will do is, in Celsius, it's going to go from 100 to 315, and you got kind of standard Fahrenheit 2 to 600. So it's pretty easy to cycle through the modes. But it does ask you a shit ton of questions. So, see? Now we want to get out of this. Just hit those two buttons again. It's just hard to see. Now you flick back. Hey, I want to go back to wattage mode. Regulated. Confirm. And now we're back in wattage. It seems a little tedious, but it's not that bad once you start using it. So, you got a 2 to 6 on the Fahrenheit if you get the nickel coils. Or the titanium. And you got a 1 to 315 on the Celsius. The resistance on the wattage is a 0.1 to a 3.0 ohm. The resistance on the bypass, pretty good, definitely a white girl drink, is a 0.2 to a 3.0 ohm. And your temp control mode is a 0.05 to 2.0 ohms, which that's always super duper low, so don't worry about that shit. Now, like I said, you have your USB cable down there. So, the dimensions, I think I got it written down here somewhere. It's 3.5 tall by 2 inches wide and 1 inch thick. So, overall, pretty small device, Not a monster. It fits in the pocket nice. Like here's, I don't even have my wallet on me, otherwise they give you size comparison. But while it's about this size, it's about that size. So, the voltage range is 0.3 to 9.5 volts. I did remember that one because I forgot to write a lot of shit down. Now, this glass is supposedly Pyrex. I've seen it different, but I'm pretty sure it's Pyrex from what I've read on the forums. What else? Am I forgetting anything? Oh, and this is the most important part. Now, see this coil right here? This is another one they give you. This is their mouth to lung coil. What you notice that's so special about this mouth to lung coil is if you twist the bottom off, you twist off that bottom. What did they give me? They gave me a 1.8 Triton. What is that? A Nautilus coil. So you get they actually just reused their standard Nautilus coil for this, which is good. It just screws right into the bottom, and that's where your nickel and your titanium coils come in, because the only one they sell that's a complete drop-in stick with no head down here is the 0.4, the Canthal one that they sell. This one you're going to need to buy. They have Triton mini coils. They have a nickel and a titanium. So you would need to get those. You know, you can go on any site you go to, my vapor store, Vape NW. I got this at Vape NW for $47.99. So you would need to go back to the website, order separate coils. They are not going to come in the box. All they're going to give you is one mouth to lung Nautilus coil on that, which do not throw that away. You're going to need to keep that. This is not a throwaway piece. So remember that. And, pardon me. Oh, shit. Dropping coils. Yeah, now I got tons of Nautilus coils here because I've been using the fucking Nautilus X, so. Now, you got all the basics out of the way. Now, after all this bullshit that I just told you for 11 minutes and 52 seconds, Kiefer, how the fuck does it vape? Well, I'm glad you asked. Since this is a 40 to 50, we'll do a 40-50 vape. That's what you're getting. It's not. It's built for a purpose, and the purpose is not being a complete cloud machine. It's built to make nice clouds, and have excellent taste. What I did was I brought out the RVA Vapors, the Jolly Roger. I saw it sitting there. I was like, I don't want to neglect this. I got this in one of my sample boxes, watermelon candy and custard. So let's see. Now, after all the shit, now the most important part. The cloud isn't big, but I gotta say the flavor is right there. It's right on point where, you know, where if you've had a Cleto, if you've had a Triton, you kind of expect a Spy to deliver a nice flavor, and it does. It does do that. You know. So now I could even kick it up to 50. And the coil in there is reading pretty true. It's and that's all this is going up to, guys, by the way. This goes 1 to 50. That's it. So, whatever you're getting, whatever Spar's making for it, it's really, unless they do a firmware upgrade, you're not surpassing 50 watts. Which, I don't know why, I guess the LED, it's a little bit of an LED style screen, so it's harder for the camera to see. I'd have to turn the fucking light off, then I'd have to take my dry erase board down, and I ain't doing that. Sorry, guys. I love you, but, you know. And we got the airflow wide open. Now, it's a good vape. The taste goes absolutely nowhere. The taste stays right where it was at 40. You get a decent cloud. This is a great all-in-one kit. It's almost $50 though. And you're kind of limited. You know, the coils aren't limited, but you're going to have to get those Triton minis. Now, I've used this for about, I want to say 6 days. That's my famous saying, 6 days conservatively. But I know they're going for smallness, but something for me, the way I vape like a fucking maniac. So, if they could do this, somehow figure out how to make it not too much bigger, and parallel those batteries, get 2 of them in there, you know, and also it does, of course, show you your negative, positive, so you know exactly where to stick it, and it's got, the magnets are excellent on it. Magnets are very, very, very excellent there. So, I mean, I like it. I couldn't rely on this. When you take the battery in and out, it's going to ask you your wattage again. What do you want to do? Wattage. We're doing regulated, and we're confirming. But I mean, for me, this wouldn't survive as my all day vape. I go through batteries too quick. I got the I'm testing out the iStick 200 watt one, the one that looks like the Rouleau, and I fucking kill that. You know, I come home from work and half the battery's gone. There's 3 2,500 milliamp hour batteries in it, so I do vape like a fucking fiend these days. So my overall impressions are, this is very good. The leaking issue was fixed just by getting a new coil. I got one bum coil. I have heard rumors that some people have been having small leaking issues. So, you know, just be warned if you get a leak from it, and make sure, please make sure, when you're taking your coils in and out, they say, Aspire says, make sure your two spout holes, your drain and your fill, are lined up. That is important. That's what they said is importante. So it's a good mod. If you're like a hardcore chugger, this is definitely gonna suck for you. You know, if you go out, you're driving your car a few hours somewhere, and you really chain vape, yeah. If you like this thing, you're gonna need to bring like 2 batteries at least with you. Even if you get it the LG 300 milliamp hour battery, it's still this. You know, you can't kill it. This was a fresh charge already, and you know I've used it a little bit, and I'm not unblurring it, but it went down a little bit. So overall, good impression, good mod. It feels great. The finish on the metal is excellent. You know, they did a nice job. You got the finish, the matching gray finish on both ends. They did put good craftsmanship into this one. It's very light. Uh, but I'm saying the only thing I would say is the only drawback is, you know, just you know, if you're really just fucking, you know, I need devices with a minimum of 2 batteries now. That's my limit to go out. If I'm going out anywhere, even if I'm going to the city for a little bit, for like 6 hours, I'm bringing the fucking one with 2 batteries. Because why? Because I chain vape a lot, you know. But that's the only drawback. But again, it's meant to be a small pocket-sized device all in one. So technically, that's not a drawback because that's not what they're aiming for. But that's a drawback for me. So we're gonna have a giveaway soon. Once we get to about 200, we'll have another giveaway. I'll do a separate video, say the rules and whatever you got to do to win. And all right, guys, as usual, go to CASA.org. Keep informed. There have been some updates. I need to read up on the updates to what was overridden. There was something on the juice, and you know, join CASA. It'll keep you updated. You won't even need me for that anymore. You know, as usual, thanks for watching. If you subscribe, appreciate that. And if you haven't, it's been down there the whole fucking time, you lazy bastard. Click it. You guys have a good weekend.